Hello, this is for Firestone Corporate and for documentation purposes. Today is July 25th, 2021. It is about 9 o'clock in the morning. Just got the car back from Firestone Complete Auto Care located at 5015 West Baseline Road. They had the shop in for the shop for 16 days for a fuel pump repair. They supposedly wasn't able to figure out what was wrong with the car. However, when I received the car back, there has been an extensive amount of damage and several missing parts on this vehicle. So I'm going to go through all of that in this video. So first things first, I don't even know if they were able to perform any work on this car, being that the battery is completely dead, even though the paperwork that I received said the battery was good. This battery is dated 1/21. Before I brought it into the shop, I had it tested and charged. They supposedly replaced the relays. I don't know if they swapped them out, put the old ones back in, but that's the view of the relays. They supposedly replaced two relays according to the paperwork. If you look at over here at the air housing, there's, I think it's called the crankshaft vent hose that's supposed to connect this to the air housing. That is missing. It's not on the car. If you look down below at the transmission, I just saw this morning. There's a large puddle of transmission fluid that wasn't that issue wasn't going on before this happened. Alright, so that's the engine portion of the car. We're going to go to the interior here. One of the issues that I had Firestone look at was the key being stuck in the ignition. That was not the fault of Firestone. That was in there when the car arrived at their shop. However, I don't know what he did, but as you can see, the steering wheel column is completely split in half. There's oil smudges all over the steering wheel. I'll take a look here at this side. It's also missing. So I don't know what they did. They weren't able to get the key out. But we're going to pan out to the exterior of the car. Since there was no key in the vehicle, you couldn't open the trunk. However, when I got the car back and attempting to open the trunk, I am unable to open the trunk. It will not open even with the master key. So I don't know what they did, if they forced it open or they slammed it. I tried to look inside. I can't see the hinges for the hood, so this is pretty much locked. So I don't know if they messed with the lock or what they did with the hinges on the inside. When they did the repair and the car was up on the lift, they had removed the left rear passenger tire so that they could remove the filler neck to drop the gas tank. As you can see, there's 2 missing lug nuts on this tire, so they didn't put those back on. So we're missing 2 lug nuts that weren't put back on. Alright, now if you go down below here, I had a fuel filter installed on this car prior to bringing it into the shop, so before bringing it into the shop. But as you can see, there's no fuel filter here now. They took the fuel filter out that I had installed, put a new one in, and now they removed it, and there's just 2 empty fuel lines here. In addition to that, I was assuming that we were going to get this car driving again, so I had put close to 10 gallons of fresh gas into the tank. But if you toggle the tank, there's no gas in there. It's completely empty. They took all of the gasoline out of the car. So there's no gas in the tank. So now we will go across to the fuel pump itself that was supposedly replaced. And as you can see down here, they did not reconnect all of the lines. So the fuel lines that go to the fuel pump and the fuel lines that go to the sending unit are all disconnected. There's one, it's like a green up there. I can't even reach it. I couldn't physically reconnect that if I wanted to because it's underneath the gas tank, but that's one of the lines that goes to the sending unit, and that's completely gone. So they didn't put that back together. I don't know if they even did anything with this car, to be honest. And of course there's some smudges around the car. It rains, so it's kind of hard to see those, but you can see oil smudges all around the interior, on the side doors here. Should be some. There's some on the handle here. It's kind of a little hard to see, but there's smudges of oil. I don't know what they did with this car. It sat in their garage for over 2 weeks. They supposedly replaced the fuel pump twice. Doesn't look like that happened. So that is it. That is the extent of this damage. This is July 25th, 2021.